We've all been sold this incredible dream, right? A future of just effortless convenience, all powered by AI that knows what we want before we do. But what if there's a catch? A really big one. What if we're not actually buying a product at all, but instead we're renting the very air we need to think? Let's dig in and peel back the layers on this so-called revolution. Okay, so I want you to picture this. The year is 2026. It's January, and the entire tech world is just buzzing, completely losing its mind over a new product that promises to change, well, everything. That product is called Clawbot. And this was the sales pitch. This was the promise they sold to every single one of us. Not just an AI that answers your questions, but one that acts. An autonomous employee that lives right there on your computer, managing your life and sending your productivity into the stratosphere. I mean, come on, it sounded like the future we were all promised. But you know how it goes? When a dream seems that good, you really, really have to read the fine print. And spoiler alert, nobody did. To help us understand the contract we all basically signed without reading, we've brought in an expert who's been tracking this whole thing from the inside. That dream, that was the bait, and it was brilliant marketing. I'll give them that. They sold this vision of total empowerment, but what they actually delivered was a hidden contract, one specifically designed to create perpetual dependence. Look, the first thing you need to understand is what Clawbot really is, or maybe more importantly, what it isn't. Right, Clawbot has zero intelligence of its own. It's a hollow shell. Think of it as a beautiful storefront that does only one thing. It buys API access from the real AI brains. We're talking Anthropic's Claude, OpenAI's GPT-4, and then it turns around and resells that access to you piece by piece, token by token. And this model, this reselling, it isn't just a business plan. It's a whole new economic philosophy, and it's a predatory one that moves us completely away from owning anything. They've put us all on a permanent rental plan for our own thoughts. So welcome to what I call the digital ration. And this is the part you really have to get. A digital ration means your access is metered out to you. Every single thought, every little query, every task is a transaction. You are paying for every single computational breath this AI takes for you. And the second you stop paying, your so-called autonomous employee vanishes. Poof, it's gone. Do you remember buying software? You paid your money once, and you owned it. It was a tool. It was yours. This new model is the complete opposite. You own absolutely nothing. You are on a pay-as-you-think plan. It's not a tool anymore. It's a utility that you have to keep feeding constantly, like an electric meter for your own mind. So let's just call it what it is, right? It's a tax on computation. It's a tax on thinking. It's a tax on the digital air that you now need to breathe just to function in this new economy. A tax on air. Wow. That is a really chilling way to put it. But I get the feeling there's another layer to this, one that's even more cynical. It's not just that we're paying for access, is it? Oh, exactly. And this is where the scam becomes truly elegant. This is the most brilliant, most cynical part of the whole model. You pay twice. First, they built their product by taking all of our data for free. And now they're making us pay all over again, with our cash, and maybe more importantly, with our own labor. Just look at this cycle. From their point of view, it's perfect. First, they vacuumed up the public internet. That's our words, our art, our code, to train their AI. That was our first payment. Now they sell that same AI back to us. But hey, the AI makes mistakes, right? So what do? We fix it. Every single time you correct a bug in the code it wrote, or you rephrase a bad sentence it came up with, you are working for them, for free. You are their unpaid 24/7 quality assurance team. And it all leads to this one completely absurd, damning conclusion. We're not just their customers. We are actively funding the construction of our own prison, and we're using our free labor to make the bars stronger. I mean, just think about the sheer audacity of it. We pay to train the jailer. This is just astounding. So if the deal is this fundamentally bad for us, for the user, it just begs the obvious question. Why do we do it? Why do we willingly walk right into this trap? Oh, because of this. This is the siren song they sing to us, the song of convenience. Why bother with all that hassle, owning powerful hardware, installing complex software? Just rent what you need, moment to moment. It just sounds so easy, so comfortable. But it's a complete lie. This was never about convenience. It's about engineering dependency. The comfort is the trap. We slowly, bit by bit, outsource our own skills. We start to forget how to do basic things for ourselves. Our own brains start to atrophy as we become completely reliant on their service for fundamental cognitive tasks. And this is the end game. This is where it all leads. We become digital peasants. We don't own the tools. We don't own the land. We're just renting the right to think from a handful of corporate lords. So what happens when they decide to raise the rent by 10 times? Or what happens if they just cut off your access completely? We become helpless. So what started out as this revolutionary new tool, this autonomous employee, it ends up as something far more sinister. It's a system that systematically turns us from owners into renters and from creators into just consumers, paying for every single breath we take in this new digital world. So, as we all plug into this new system, this digital ration, we're left with one final and pretty unsettling question. If we are now renting the very air we need to think, are our thoughts ever truly our own?